other than Carl Joseph, who are you going to miss the most off last year's defense? The one guy, and who do you have here that can fill that void?
That's a tough question, Bob.
That's what I paid for.
Nick is he was the rock of our defense for 2 years while I was here. I mean, he was a special guy that brought so much and understood our scheme, understood how to fit the run game, and got a lot of people around him lined up and in the right places. But
played here and played there.
Yes, but then on the other hand, KJ was kind of the guy that made our defense go. So he was the guy that we counted on. If there was ever an injury, if we would have lost number 9, it would have been really, really hard to replace him to do what we do because of his man skills and all that. So those two guys are.
Now you lost both of them.
Yeah.
So who out there either reminds you of that or is capable of filling even from another position? I mean, sometimes it doesn't have to be the safety. It could be
Yeah. Well, I tell you, we probably benefited more, and guys that remind me more of it or aren't and out for Nick because they watched him play. They understood, the things that he was looking at. They were in that same room while he was being coached. It's hard for Kaiser because he wasn't here with KJ. So, probably those guys benefited the most off of Nick than anybody else on our defense right now. Just watching the way that he played and doing the things. And, you can go back and show Kaiser film of, KJ, but it's not the same as when you were in that room sitting next to Nick and hearing it and listening and all those things. So those guys have definitely benefited the most of the new guys that will be playing.
Coach, I'm guessing kind of an old school kind of guy. So when I ask you like some of the best defenses you've seen, probably old school kind of those kind of defenses don't really kind of fit in today's game. Is that kind of piss you off at all? Or
we talk about it all the time. Every rule change, the speed of the game, everything now is catered around the offense. And they say it and people laugh about it, but offenses sell tickets. I mean, they do, and that's what people want to come and see. And it makes our job harder and harder. But every rule now that you got to stay off of knees now on a quarterback in the pocket, which I think is a good rule. The concussion things, and that's a great rule. But nobody really ever taught that. Yes, it would happen in games, and there wasn't a penalty for it. But now you got to try to coach kids. Hey, don't hit here, don't hit there. Everything is just so much harder right now on defense.
Still, Kurt never had to face 90 plays a game, right?
No, never. And a little bit of that we do to ourselves. Yeah. With the style of offense that everybody's playing now. But the 85 Bears. I mean, you just look back the way that they played in different things. Obviously, you want to emulate your styles and talk about teams like that. But if I pulled that film and showed them the Steelers and the Bears, I mean, it looks like an inside run drill during the game.
Right.
So, the game has changed, and we have to adapt as defensive coaches and get our guys the best prepared we can, and still try to play with that physical.
Yeah. Is it possible to have a dominant defense at this level, or is it just a mission to just be good enough, if that makes sense?
I think it depends on what league you're in.
Yeah.
Leagues are so different right now. Everybody
absolutely
talks about SEC defenses. Well, they're kind of a product of the league that they're in. People are still huddling. People are still running tight ends and two backs, and not taking anything away from those guys.
It's just
they
style.
have great players, but they're not defending as many plays. So when you look at the NCAA stats, the Pac-12, the Big 12 defenses, and even some of the ACC, the total number of plays that we're getting compared to the SEC, and it's not even close.
Yeah.
So I think it's all a product of the league that you're in.